Ooh. Oops. Good evening, everyone. Right now it's 9:07 on August 29th. Wish you all a fun weekend. Ooh, right there. Give me 1 second, I'm cleaning something. Ooh. God, that beeping's annoying. Like I said, give me a second. Oh yeah, I still got the tambourine from yesterday. That's cute. And then Gulliver gave us something. Oh, we still got all this stuff from yesterday. A sphinx. Ooh, I can make a riddle. I'm okay with riddles. Like, I do okay. And of course, everyone knows the Sphinx's riddle. It's super obvious. My disappointment of a soft-shell turtle model. We're catching more turtles tonight. I think I said that, but we are doing that. Maybe we'll get something good. Oh. So the stream's called Milkshakes and Turtles. I should probably get that out of the way. Because we're hunting turtles tonight, and I have a milkshake. I went and got a milkshake from... If you've been watching me long enough, I used to, every summer, I would do Sonic's Summer of Shakes, which is where Sonic did half-price shakes from the start of the year, or from the start of summer to the end of summer. Great idea. Great promotion. Always got me going. Alright, at least like once every other week. But I really haven't. But this year, because of the COVID, I presume because of the COVID, they didn't do it. Which I think was a terrible move on their part. Like, they really missed out on this big opportunity to do a summer shake. Oh, hey, Nan. Oh. Yeah, they missed out, but I still love me some Sonic Shakes. And right now they have a s'mores shake, which is the bee's knees. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I'm not sponsored or anything, but God, do I love it so much. And so that's why I started the stream at, what, like 9:05, 9:07 instead of 9 o'clock. Because I was out getting a shake. It's so good. Hey, Mush, how you doing? KK, yes, KK Slider is here. Good. So yeah, tonight I'm drinking this shake, which maybe I'll finish within the hour. And then we'll hunt some turtles. Doesn't always turn out like that, but you never know. Doing great. I got me some PS Plus. Oh, so you got yourself PS Plus for Fall Guys. It's worth it. It's completely worth it in my opinion. It's You've been doing good? You got any crowns yet? I played today. Could not win. I haven't won in like 3 days. It ain't going well for me. Oops. Jelly bean game. Stupid. There we go. Ah. The one thing that sucks about this milkshake is it's so thick. I like a thick milkshake. I should say that. I like myself a thick milkshake. Oh, but God, this is so thick. I got it today. How could I will. It's totally possible. Also, I'm playing it right now, so yeah. It's totally possible you could have won on your first day. I think I did. I don't know. You'd have to go back and check the tapes. I mean, I do do talk about Fall Guys every day, so I bet record exists of me talking about winning. I think I won on my first day. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm also playing it right now, so yeah. Yeah, I normally play it while listening to my podcast. It's a nice, relaxing game where I can, like, have two things running at once. So I can podcast and Fall Guys at the same time. Yeah, I'm still getting caught up on Good Morning from Hell. I've still got a bunch of episodes to go, but it's not bad. Anything? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, hey look, they're right up here. And hey, Whitney's here. Yeah, Fall Guy, it's so good. God, I wish I could wake up early enough to do it. I wish I could wake up early enough, and we would totally do Fall Guys tomorrow. I even had a good name for the stream and everything. But, yeah. I don't know. I done died. Yeah, I had a good idea for a stream name and everything. Well, one day. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, if I could just wake up before, like, I don't know, like noonish. Oh, you only got it 30 minutes ago. I thought you got it I thought you've been playing for like a few hours today. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because I mean, it's 9 o'clock at night, so Admittedly, that could have been any time in the past, like almost 20 hours. You've been playing for 16 minutes. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Any advice I could give? Defense is important in fall ball. That's my big piece of advice. Defense is important in fall ball. Everyone forgets about it, but defense is important. Got a dub in the first game. It's a dub in the first game with no caps. Ooh, my internet might be crapping out. I don't know. Who was it who got the... Was it Wario64 who got the 5 wins in a row trophy I saw either yesterday or today? And then he booted up the game today, and his first game of today was a win. And then his second game of the day was also a win. I think he lost in the third, but... Yeah, he did extremely well to start off the day. I think it was Wario64 who I saw. I've never gotten past 2. I've never gotten past 2 wins in a row. And I think I'm only at like 16 wins. I haven't won... I think I'm at 16. I know I haven't won 20. Because there's an achievement on PlayStation for getting 20 wins. And I don't have it yet. Me got qualified. Let's put that away. I did have... Speaking of fall ball, I did... One of my games today... It was fall ball. We won 13-2. We had a massive lead. It was something crazy like that. Because we kept standing in the middle, and when the ball falls, you like jump into it, and you can basically send the ball directly into the opponent's goal if you're standing on the right spot. So that's what we did, and we must have scored like 3 goals in a row like that. We hit the ball, it flies into their net, the ball respawns, we hit it again. It must have happened 3 times in a row, and I think we won by like at least like 10 points. It was crazy. And then that was like a 4v4 game that then narrowed it down to like 10 people or like 4 people, and then I got my ass kicked in tail tag. Got my ass kicked in tail tag. I can't do Fall Mountain. I'm good at Jump Challenge. It's just the other people sabotage me. And whenever I try to sabotage them, it ends up backfiring. And then I'm just not good at hexagons. Not good at hexagons. I mean, I've won it once or twice, but... I can't win it anymore. Good at Fall Mountain. It's just... I didn't win it today. Didn't win Fall Mountain today. So yeah, I'm just going to go turtle hunting for a little bit. We do have to mess around with the flowers today as well, but... let's do a little turtle hunting first. I do want to move that up there. God, I really should get up in the morning tomorrow and stream Fall Guys. I was on Yellow Team. Yellow Team is complicated. I still have my conspiracy theories about Yellow Team, but I've definitely won as Yellow Team. I have also noticed that because of the memes, people will intentionally gang up on Yellow Team, so... I don't know, it's complicated. Shit. But look forward to seeing a lot of Yellow Team. I'm still convinced in my head that I've never been on Green Team. I have no proof, of course, but I cannot remember a single time I've been on Green Team. Alright, milkshake. Oh god, that's thick. Oh, it's so good, though. Oh god, that s'mores milkshake, man. Oh, it's good. There it is. There's my bottle. I need that grizzly skin. Is that the one that you... I think that's one you unlock through the battle pass, if I'm correct. Oh, I already have that. I think the current skin right now is what? Horse? I think the current skin is the horse. The current, like, crown skin is a horse. It looks kind of dumb. I think it looks kind of dumb, but... yeah, that's just me. Oh, that's good. Yep. Oh, go back to the old episodes of Splat Chat, and there's tons of shit like that. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the show was called Splat Chat. Yeah, that summer period from like June to August. Memorial Day to Labor Day. Yeah. What kind of name is Splat Chat? Honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a name. It's got the teeniest bit of alliteration. I like, out of all the other ideas I had, I think that was one of the better ones. And I'm pretty sure I didn't steal it from anybody. I mean, I totally could have. Kind of like what I'm doing on the main channel right now, where I'm totally stealing from somebody else. Okay, technically their show isn't called that. It's just I'm stealing their catchphrase. Because I'm terrible and unoriginal. What? There's been some... what was the other clever name I had? I don't remember. I've had others, though. Most of my names are shit, though. I'm not a name guy. Like, no, seriously. In, like creative writing classes in college, my characters always have the dumbest fucking names. Because I am terrible with names. I use a lot of C names. Like Cassie, Cassandra, Katie. I think I've used Cat. Well, okay, admittedly I think Katie's a... nah, Katie can be C, but I think I used K. What was the other one? There's one other big C name I use all the time. I know I use the name Luna a lot. Two Gun Gary. Yeah, I use the name Luna and Elizabeth a lot. Those are two that I do a lot. Yeah. Two Gun Gary. What is that, Red Hood? Oh, not all your problems can be solved with guns. I know, that's why I have two guns. And see, I don't want to... I have like a ton of fish bait in storage, but I don't want to use it because I might need it for like fish in the future. Like for the next seasonal fish, which start soon-ish. Come on. No, I totally did that in time. Okay, that's stuck. Oh. Ah, God, this is what it was all about. Milkshakes and video games. Just like the old days. Before the world went to shit. Nah, I think Trump was elected by that point, so the world was already pretty... I mean, things were already starting to get pretty bad. Gosh dang it, a tire. Really? I don't need babby fish. Big sad I was on yellow team and lost again. Yeah, it's kind of become like a joke at this point that everybody knows yellow team is bad. So as a result, everybody gangs up on yellow team. Do I blame the Twitter account? Kind of. Kind of. You know what I was thinking of, like, so I've been seeing, like, a bunch of people, like, since the Season 2 reveal and whatnot, I've been seeing, like, a bunch of people, like, make their own things. Hey, Cora Axe? Can't, my screen's kind of forked up. Oh, was it a YouTuber started it? Core Axe? Core EXE. There you go. I had to put it on a different screen. There you go. Was it a... See, I know it from the Twitter account. The Fall Guys Twitter account started at AlphaRad. God, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I remember AlphaRad. I don't know if I ever watched his stuff, but I definitely knew about him. Yeah. I love his vids. Yeah, I don't really watch any. I watch Achievement Hunter, Kinda Funny, and they're specifically for news. A Game Explains also for news. And I legitimately think that's it. Like, maybe there's like one or two other people I watch. ETC I also watch, or I know they're called Internet Today nowadays. I watch them for news. Jim Sterling I watch because yes, Jim Sterling. I don't really watch that many people. I mean, yes, I pull in a bunch of new people. I mainly watch Corey, Kenshin, PewDiePie, and YUB. I've never heard of this PewDiePie. Who is that? I'm skeptical. I'm joking. I know who PewDiePie is. I mean, my day was fine. I don't know. Nothing really. I played Fall Guys. I lost. I did work for colleague. Nothing happened today, really. But tomorrow's my day off. Oh. Who's this PewDiePie? And why does she have pie in her name? Oh, yeah, I know PewDiePie. Didn't he make a vlog about a car once? That's it. That's all I know him for, is that one vlog about the car. I don't think he ever made a single video before or after that. I just remember that one vlog about the car. That was, seriously though, was a good vlog. Like, all joking aside, that was pretty decent. Preach to days off. Yeah. I noticed that you purposely put he and her. Yeah, days off. My days off are Thursday and Sundays. Ah, it's so nice. Oh, and I've also got a milkshake right now, which is very good. milkshakes. It looks a little too big for what I'm looking for. Or a little too small, I mean. Imagine working. I'm not even. I mean, it's a living. Literally. I do it or I die. I have Sundays off. I babysit and go to school. Yeah. I was watching a CGP Gray's video. So I do watch CGP Gray. There's another one. He doesn't upload very often. I miss his podcast. He has a podcast called Hello Internet that I really started to get into right before quarantine happened. And he hasn't uploaded since, like, quarantine started. I do kind of miss that one. But he did a video recently about how he's, like, he's considering, like, days off. And how, like, you should try to aim for a Sunday, Wednesday day off. And how this can, like, completely revitalize your schedule. And I'm like, that's very interesting. I have Thursday, Sundays, which is a little similar to that. But a Wednesday, Sunday day off, that sounds very interesting. Now, admittedly, I do totally believe that even the 5-day work week is broken as is. Like, so much time in the 5-day work week is unproductive. And we could totally, as a nation, switch over to a 6-day work week, or a 4-day work week, and feel very little drawbacks. But, that's another story. What's that one game where it's first person? Oh, you mean, oh god, the one game where it's first person. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Doom. Yeah, of course, greatest first person game of all time. Doom. What else could it be? Pfft, Wolfenstein? Pfft. I've never played Wolfenstein. I've only ever played Doom. I think it was Temple. But isn't that a second-person game? Are you sure you're not thinking of the iPhone classic game Paper Toss, where you toss pieces of wadded-up paper into waste bins? God, that was probably over 10 years ago now. Paper Toss, Pocket God, the original Angry Birds, a ton of other games I'm not thinking of right now. I think that's before, like, Temple Run and Jetpack Joyride. I think those two come in around the same time. Nope, still working on Blue Roses. Still slowly taking my time. It'll happen eventually, though. I've got almost every other flower. Just slowly taking my time on Blue Roses. Yes, I too watch Diamond Bolt. I have no idea who that is. I think that's where you're getting it. No, I was there when that happened. Pocket God, the original Angry Birds. Cut the Rope came a little bit later. I was all there when that happened. Thanks for the offer, but I'm good. I gotta work for my Blue Roses. I say pride. Let's go with the word pride, right? Let's go with the hubris. I'm not old enough. I was. God, and it makes me feel old. Who was it? Ant Venom. Ant Venom posted a thing today where I guess the original Minecraft Hunger Games, survival games thing, run by Varellus. Was it not Varellus5? Varellus5 is that Pokemon YouTuber everyone hates. I think it was Visway? No, Visway did Steve's Carts. What were they names? I don't remember who made it, but the original Minecraft Hunger Games happened 8 years ago today. That blows my mind. That's crazy to think about, because I remember when that happened. Yep, I can. I've given up on getting 5 stars. I've been trying this entire time to get a 5-star island, and the game just refuses to give it to me. So I've just given up and am now doing just whatever the hell I want. Admittedly, I only gave up like 3 days ago, but I was really trying there. I mean, I know there's still plenty of stuff I could do, plenty of more fences I can build, but yeah, where's the fun in that? It'll happen when it happens. As long as it happens by September 20th. For putting down a drying rack? There was someone, one of the podcasts I listened to, where it was like, the game was like a month old, and they somehow had a 5-star island. Like, they had, like, KK Slider came to visit their island, and then, like, the next day, they had, like, they went from, like, 3 stars to 5 stars, like, basically overnight. Which I have no idea how they did that. I should have caught that Atlas Moth. I don't know. But I've given up on 5 stars. I was really trying to hit it by, like... Was it day 150 or 160? I don't remember. It's been a while now. It feels like it's been a few days, though. I think it was day 150. I was really aiming for it, and it just didn't happen. So now I'm just catching turtles. Because why not? I have nothing better to do. Even though I have not caught a single turtle tonight. Oh gosh. Am I gonna do... Do you have the right time for turtles? Yeah, I caught a bunch yesterday around this time. 9 o'clock. I think it's 9 o'clock until like 4 a.m. I think it's 4 a.m. Maybe it's 6 a.m. I don't remember, but I definitely. I mean, there's 3 sitting over on the bench. I'm just not getting very lucky, and I don't want to use any of my fish bait because September fish are going to come around. I could always find an excuse not to use fish bait. You know, if multi-crafting was just a thing, I wouldn't care. If I could just go get a bunch of clams, and then craft... Ooh. I actually kind of like the look of that. If I could just go craft a giant stack of fish bait in like a single button press, oh, I would love that. But because it takes so long, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it to go get a bunch of fish bait. I also got to keep a track on the time because the shop closes in 20 minutes. I actually did not pray to my fish god statue. Alright, good night. Maybe I'll see you around some other time. Oh, and tomorrow is fireworks. Tomorrow is the last firework event of the season. Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool. So did I have anything to... Oh, okay. Good to know. Yeah, I do Animal Crossing every day. Every day for 365 days. We're what, 160 in? It's going. It's going. Admittedly, it is starting to get repetitious. Which, hey, I'm doing better than other people. For other people, it started getting repetitious around, like, day 60. I think that was when a lot of people stopped doing their, like... I know a few people who had, like... Oh, shit. Who had, like, daily series. And most of those ended around day 60. Well, here we are. Don't tempt me. Yeah. Tomorrow night's fireworks. And then... I don't know what we're doing Monday. Right now, I'm just trying to get turtles. Oh, does the new season start Monday, or... Ooh, I don't remember. I'm pulling up my calendar now. The new season starts Tuesday. Okay. Okay, because we got tons of new fish and bugs to catch, and that'll be fun. I bet I can probably even find the list of fish and bugs right now if I went looking for it. I mean, I don't use the Wikipedias, but... Yeah. Fall. Sphere. I wonder if they're going to announce an update in the next few days. I could see it, but I could also totally not. I'm still not expecting an update from Nintendo, though. And yeah, it's because of the spooky season. Why, like, I could see them not doing an update this month, and instead waiting until October to give us the big fall update with all, like, the spooky stuff in it. I could realistically see that. I could realistically see that. And then, of course, there's the question of, when are we getting news from Nintendo themselves with all these rumored games that clearly don't exist? Because obviously they don't exist. Because if Nintendo hasn't announced them, they obviously don't exist. I should take care of flowers real quick. God, so many games. So many freaking games that are rumored. And yet, Nintendo just can't put out anything. I mean, besides for Pikmin. Which is still 2 months away. Like, if it was coming out in September, I'd get it. But it's still, like, 2 months away. That's so far. Still, September is so far away. Ooh. Or October, I mean. I still am excited to play Pikmin again. I just thought of So I've been watching a bunch of challenger YouTubers where it's like, so I was talking earlier about how I don't really watch that many like YouTubers like consistently. Like there was basically that handful I just named and that's it. But I watch a bunch of ones where I'll find someone who I really like and then binge through a bunch of their content. And recently I've been watching these like challenge ones. Like I like CF Gaming and I like Game Champ 3000. They're good. And I'm glad to have CF Gaming back. He's great. But I've been watching, are they called Mario? What's their name? I can find this real quick. I did actually not want to talk to Timmy and Tommy. Oh, let me look up this name. I think it's Mario, but spelled like May. Mario, Mayro, and they've been doing like challenges where it's like, hey, I'm gonna play through Super Mario 3D Land, but if I touch any green, the video ends, or if I touch any purple, the video ends, or if I touch anything blue, the video ends. Which they stole from somebody else whose name I don't remember, who did like similar challenges in like Mario Kart. But I think it's a good, like they're interesting ideas for videos. So I just like, what if I did Pikmin 3, but I can't like switch between captains? Like, is that even possible? I think the answer is no, specifically because of sections where you need all three captains. Like, to get like Brittany and Charlie, you need to have, right, you need to combine your powers. But I think that would be a really interesting challenge. Can you beat Pikmin 3 by only using one of your captains? I'll have to look into the optics of that. No hands out this year. You never know. You never know. I mean, yes, COVID is still going to be raging here in North America. But will that slow anybody down, especially on Halloween? Probably not. I guarantee you in the weeks following Halloween... Like, Halloween should definitely be canceled this year. I hate to be a party pooper, but it definitely should be. But just because it should be doesn't mean that America still hasn't given up trying to handle this virus. And as a result, it won't be canceled. And then we got the election night, like a week later. Fuck. But who knows? Not from your parent. I mean, and it's the responsible thing to do, because it's gonna be bad. It's going to be bad. People are going to die. I mean, that still hasn't stopped my university from opening up, because they're fucking crazy, and I'm still expecting it to get shut down in the next week or two, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no, I think it's the smart move. I'm also would not be surprised if games like Animal Crossing and Fort Fight do like Halloween events within their game to try to like replicate the experience of Halloween within like video games. Right, well, because we know Animal Crossing is going to have a season event, but, like, my first thought is, like, a Fortnite Halloween event, where you can go around and, like, trick-or-treat for candy. Like, in-game, and then somehow that gives you, like, a reward. I could totally see that being a thing in that game. Kind of like all those virtual graduations that happened. Yeah, I could see that. Because we have no idea what the Halloween event's supposed to be. Like, as long as it's not as bad as Easter. As long as it's not as bad as Easter, I think it'll be fine. Because there is still that theory that Easter is supposed to be like a parody event. and that the reason why the parody doesn't make any sense is because we haven't seen any of the other events. And I mean, I liked Wedding Season. Personally, I really enjoyed Wedding Season. I thought that was a lot of fun. May Day was really good. The Maze was good. Have there been any other events? I mean, there were the Earth Day challenges, but I'd barely count that. There was the museum thing, which you could do in like 5 minutes. There really hasn't been... I mean, there's like... Right now, we can go like diving. I gotta go jump off of this rock right now and go diving. But that's not really a holiday thing. Easter just sucked. Yeah. Easter. I mean, admittedly, okay, I'll admit, I didn't hate Easter as much as other people did. Like, that yellow costume with all the Easter, like, eggs on it, I still love. Like, that's a great costume, in my opinion. But it's not a great event. I didn't hate it as much as other people did. And what annoyed me more about Easter than the actual event was that cherry blossoms happened at the exact same time. And as a result, you couldn't get both the cherry blossom stuff and the Easter stuff. It took forever. Like, that was my big pain in the ass. I ate all my eggs. Yeah, that was my bigger problem with Easter. Because the cherry blossom stuff looked so good. But because of all, like, how rare the DIY recipes were to get, it was just such a pain in the ass. Ugh. It was... Yeah. That might be something. I cannot believe we've been at this for almost an hour and not a single turtle. That, like, blows my mind. Oh, I was expecting a soft shell. I cannot believe we've been at this for an hour. I mean, I know I only caught 3 yesterday, but still. God, I've got so many. I'm going to need so many more. If they lowered the egg amount, it would have been okay. Well, and I know they did lower the egg amount. I'm looking up something real quick. I know, like, halfway through the event, Nintendo, like, listened to feedback and actually did lower the event, right? Lowered the... Yeah. Okay, I can't... I was looking up something, but I can't find it. Ooh. And I know for some people it wasn't enough, but... I've seen a bunch of Atlas moths tonight. Maybe I should have caught a few. I don't know, but I'm hoping for something good for Halloween. I'm hoping something good for Christmas. Like, I hope... Like, I don't know if, like, the snowman... I'm pretty sure snowmans are back. But if I remember in New Leaf, they were like... It was like a bingo thing. Maybe I'm thinking of City Folk, where it was like a bingo thing. So that's my hope. I like moths. They're pretty. Yeah. I finally collected all the butterflies needed for the Queen Alexandria statue. It's just Flick hasn't been by the island since then, so I haven't had time to build it. Yeah, the Atlas Moth is cool. Snowmen are back. I think we saw snowmen in the original trailers, but I don't know if they do anything. And I just hope the Christmas event is cool. Because, right, like, the Christmas event should be really cool. But the Easter event just doesn't give you high hopes. The May Day event was cool, but just because the May Day event was cool doesn't mean... And I personally liked Wedding Season. I don't know if it was everyone's cup of tea. I personally enjoyed it. I had fun with it, did some stupid shit. Especially once you got to the certain date, and it allowed you to, like, bring in villagers from your island. Like, those were both cool things that happened. Like, that really changed Wedding Day for me. It allowed me to, like, take all these, like, boring things and start making them more interesting by having, like, people and doing, like, events that people would do. I mean, there is a ghost and Gulliver is a pirate. I haven't seen Wisp in probably a month. Maybe it's just because I don't always play, because I haven't been playing at night. I haven't seen Wisp in a while. I was kind of hoping I'd see him tonight, but I guess not. And then Pirate Gulliver was working 7. I liked Wedding Season. It sucks. I was working 7 days a week in June and July. Ah, God. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I screwed up because I started doing it. I got to the party, and then I stopped messing around with the wedding stuff until I realized, hey, if I had gone back to the island, there's still all this stuff I was missing, like all like these items I could buy. So I should have started like going back immediately, but I didn't. And as a result, like I only got part of a wedding dress, even though I wanted a full thing. When I wasn't working, I was sleeping. Yep. Yep, I work until, like, I mean, even before the pandemic, I was working online. And so it was always just, like, it was work online, work until, like, 4 a.m. And then, so I was, like, sleep. So I'd, like, I kept missing turnips because of it. I'd be working until 4 or 5 a.m. Then I'd go to sleep and wake up at, like, noon. And it was... yeah. And I'd always miss turnips. And I'm still... I mean, we're 160 days in. And we're almost about to hit 6 months, halfway through a year. And I'm still amazed I haven't missed a day. I still know I'm going to miss some day around Christmas. I don't know when, but I know for a fact I'm going to miss something around Christmas. I know that's going to happen. But so far, I've been going steady. Got a bench. Hey, look, there's our first turtle. Yeah, in this game, I was looking for a bench. Log bench. It's got a specific name, but the log bench, not the wild log bench. I've been looking for since like day 1, and I only just got like 4 days ago. It was... oh, I don't know why it was so rare. I don't know why I had such trouble. I miss so much every time I'm on. My villagers act like I've been gone a month. Ugh. That's my brother. He bought the game a few days after it came out, and he hasn't touched his island in a long time. Like I booted up his island once to like check his turnip prices, and like this was like, oh god, this must have been in July, and the last time he had played was before the May update that added like the museum upgrade and crazy Jolly Red showing up. The last time he had played was before that, so all his villagers had no idea what was going on, and Crazy Red was or I keep calling him Crazy Red. Jolly Red was walking around the island. That was funny to see. I did sell my turnips for good prices though. Yeah. And then, of course, the one villager I'm looking for is one he actually has. So it'd be so easy to just try to get it from him. But I know that's not going to work. That'd be so cool, though. Instead, I had freaking Pinky move in, like, the day after the house opened up, so I didn't even have time. I only got 1 day of searching for somebody new. What a pain. Still mad at Pinky for that. You have a wolf-filled village. So you probably have the one villager I'm looking for. If you have a wolf-filled village, then you have the one villager I'm looking for. There's a high possibility. Because I got one wolf right here. Has the shops closed yet? Yeah, they did. I took off my headphones and I just, for something, like to look away for a second, and I haven't put them back on. Whitney, my favorite. Yeah, Whitney's fantastic. Whitney's great. Who are you looking? I'm looking for Audie. I'll admit it, I'm looking for Audie. I mean, there's a few other ones I would take, but the main one I was looking for last week was Audie. Yeah. I still have a bunch of Nook Miles tickets specifically reserved for searching. So next time, like, Rolf, Tammy, Yuka, or I think it's just down to those three. She was a random camper lover. Yep. Next time any of those three leave, I'm gonna go out and look for Audie again. I probably won't find her, but I'm gonna try my damnedest. And of course, she's one of the few villagers that I can't go get an amiibo card for. I mean, I'm sure there are, like, illegal ones. Like, I know someone made, like, a Raymond amiibo card and was selling it for, like, like $1,000. Ugh. The Raymond thing was, ugh. But I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna go look for her. Or there's, like, 3 or 4 other villagers who, if I find, I'd be like, yep, I'll take you. I still feel bad for Olivia, though. If I had known Pinky was going to happen, I would have just taken Olivia. Because Olivia was kind of cool. I don't even like Raymond. I get why Raymond is popular. I just think people took it too far. I think people just took it a little too far. But but I do kind of like most of the new villagers. I think Raymond's fine. Judy, I think, has a pretty neat design. Audie's cool. Marshall, it's not Marshall. It's, there's a sheep that everybody likes. And then I think there's an elephant. I think they only added like a few new villagers in this game. But yeah, there's a sheep that, is it called, I think it's called Dawn. I think the sheep is called Dawn. Like D-O-N. I think people like him. Yeah, and then there's an elephant who nobody talks about. I think they're all neat, but yeah, Audie, I like Judy, and I like Audie. Those are the cool ones. But, I'm gonna try again another day. But good old Lily. Lily. Oh Oh, okay. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. My personal favorite is Octavian, but that's just because of I found Riddle on an island hunt for Dobie. Yeah, my personal favorite's Octavian, but that's just because of my days of playing City Folk. I liked Octavian in City Folk, and he's just remained my favorite. And then while looking for somebody, I happened to run into Zucker one time. And since then, Zucker's been here. I was getting ready to go on this massive hunt for Marina, and then found her on like my third try. So I've got all 3 octopuses, which are pretty cool. And then Whitney, Trent gave me. Because I think that was before he restarted his island. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think that's. I mean, there's Yuka's fine. Rolf is fine, and Tammy I don't like, but she's stuck here. Tammy is the one villager who I don't really like, but I don't want her to move away because I need somebody to hate. I mean, if she has to leave, I'll tell her to go, but she hasn't. She's perfectly content with her life of me not having talked to her since, I don't know, her birthday back in May. Okay, I've probably talked to her once since then, but still. I sold Marina and then bought Dobie. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's a lot of bells. Well, yeah. See, I was lucky because the villagers I wanted, my favorite, I actually own an amiibo card for. When amiibo cards first came out, 2014, 2013, I bought a pack, and it just so happened to have my favorite villager in it. And that was, I think I bought one other pack for some reason, I don't remember. But right off the bat, I got my favorite villager, and I was like, yep, that's it, I'm done with amiibo cards. I won. Yeah. I did get Cherry in that second pack, though. And Cherry's cool. My bell amount has been up and down so much. Mine... See, my problem is I just don't... Like, I don't spin bells on, like, anything. So I actually have a fair decent amount of bells. But, like, I haven't even paid off my final house loan yet. Like, that final loan of, like, $2 million. I still have that. Even though I've been able to pay it off for, like, a long time now. But I'm saving that for day 180. I think it's 187 specifically, but yeah. Maybe 186, I don't remember. That's when I'll pay off my house. Finally be free of Tom Nook. At least I think so. I'm sure something else happened. But only let Chief move in. Yeah. Come on, I'm just looking for one more turtle. I keep finding sweet fish in black bass. I'm amazed in an hour I've only got a single turtle. That blows my mind. Is that stuck on the riverbed? I feel like it is. No, it actually looks like it's right here. You get free house customization after the 2 mil. Yeah. Yep, I just haven't done it yet. I have yet to pay off that 2 mil. I will one day. I mean, I have the money to do it right now, but I'm not going to. Because I've never customized my house. I was perfectly content with my white house with a pink roof. Perfectly content. I do want a better mailbox, though. But that can wait. Whatever. That's probably not even what I'm looking for. Too small. Ooh, you look big. You could be a turtle. Shit. Shit. That was a complete... I knew it hadn't popped, and yet I pressed the button anyway. That was a complete screw up on my end. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen a softshell turtle tonight. Like, they're common-ish. Like, I caught, I don't know, like 4 when I did this like 2 days ago. So I'm surprised I haven't seen another one. Didn't I get a... Yeah, life ring. And I wonder what this ball is. Ooh. Oh, it's another volleyball. Who cares? Oh, hey, look. It's an arowana. Do you wanna arowana? Eating barbecued iguana. I just want to get one more turtle. It's not going to happen, but I'd love to get one more. Do I ever want to sell for a lot of money? I feel like they do. Oh, look, it's another arowana, but I've made that joke already. I can still catch those really rare fish, can't I? Not the Dorado, but the Arapama, and like I'm honestly wouldn't be surprised if I catch one of those like rare ones, like the Arapama and the other ones whose names I'm forgetting, before I catch these turtles I'm looking for. Because of course I've caught a bunch of turtles in the past, but now that I need them, I can't find them anywheres. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. So yeah, we're going to go for a few more minutes or until I catch the next soft-shell turtle. Whichever one happens first, that ends the stream. I should do that. Nah, I'm not gonna. I mean, we're still going to end off in a few minutes. But, yeah. Yeah. Animal Crossing, but if I catch a turtle, the stream ends. I mean, that's what it's felt like tonight. I've been doing terribly. And no, soft-shell turtles don't count. Nope. Soft-shell turtles don't count. I was actually moving my mouse over, getting ready to stop the stream just in case. Because that looked pretty big. It's cute. I like the soft-shell turtle. My problem is, and this haunts me for my days. Where is it? Here it is. Not show it off. If I place it, it places in a box. Like in a box in the water. If it didn't place in a box in a water, I would love it. It would be like, I'd be like, yep, it's right up there with the turtle. Because I like the sea creatures that don't place in boxes. That's why I'm collecting the turtles. But the soft-shell turtle places in the box, and it breaks my heart. Oh, it breaks my heart, because the turtle doesn't. Why Snap gets to be free? I don't get it. Yeah, the snapping turtle doesn't get a box. The horseshoe crabs don't get a box. Which, that one surprises me. The horseshoe, I mean, yes, I know horseshoe crabs go up on land all the time, but still. That's the one that surprises me the most. And I think one of the crustaceans doesn't. I couldn't tell you which one, but I'm pretty sure one of the crustaceans. I want to say it's I think it's the snow crab. Like the giant snow crab or something. But it gets to walk around freely. And that's it. Like there's 4 of them. Other than that, everything else goes in cages. Because I caught a snow crab when we visited the southern hemisphere. And then I just forgot about it. And then I either accidentally sold it or something. Because right now, yeah, I just have the horseshoes. The horseshoe crabs. The Elite Four. That's great. Shit, that was probably it. That was pretty big in size. Oh, gosh dang it, another arowana. How am I catching so many of these? I think they sell for good money. I don't remember, and we just had Chip yesterday or 2 days ago, so there'd be no point. But gosh dang it. I have enough to make a statue now if I really wanted to. That's actually something I do like. The whole having to catch 3 of them, while it can kind of suck, I actually do think that's a good way to do the statues. Yes, does it make some statues almost impossible? Yep. But I think it's not a bad idea. You know, I spent all this time catching turtles. You know what I really should have been looking for? The emerald eye. Or I think it's called the barrel eye, actually. I still have yet to catch a barrel eye. Oh! Oh, 10,000. That's not bad. I can hold, yeah. Did you see that scorpion boy? That stingy boy? Look at him. He was all up there. I've never seen that before. I could have caught him as well. I could have easily caught that scorpion. I'm basically finished up with my milkshake. A stingy boy. Yep. Everything has boy in it. A stingy boy, a bitey boy, a killer boy, a boy. Except for Liar. Liar is a girl, but that's something that's completely unrelated. Oi, boy. Ah, gosh dang it. Another softshell turtle. You know what else I'm surprised? I don't think it's in the game. Sea turtles. I'm surprised you can't, like, whether it be with deep sea fishing or deep sea diving, I'm surprised you can't get sea turtles. At least I don't think you can. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think you can. Water pancakes. Oh, are those in the game? Like, I know sunfish are, but when I think water pancake, I think of that one Pokemon, Stunfisk. Is it called Stunfisk? Is the fish that's based off in this game? I'd kind of be surprised if it wasn't, but I'd also wouldn't, like, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't remember what those are called, though. What the fish is called. I just know it as the Pokemon, everyone's least favorite Pokemon, Stunfisk. I'll stand by. The Bear Trap Stunfisk is an amazing idea. It just, they didn't give it the stats and moveset to back it up. Specifically the moveset. Like, Stunfisk is one of people's least favorite Pokemons. But, Galarian Stunfisk, fantastic design. I am disappointed by its shiny as well, but that's another story. But I think Galarian Stunfisk, great idea for a Pokemon. Absolutely fantastic. but it just doesn't live up to it. I wanted to like it. I really did. And I just couldn't use it. I just couldn't use it. It just wasn't useful. It was too weak. It didn't learn good like steel moves or rock or ground or what. It was one type specifically. What a disappointment. But I mean, then again, it is Gen 8. Whackity schmackity doom. I have caught a lot of tilapia tonight. I think that's probably the one I've got the most of. A stargazer is what they're based off. Is that what it's called? A star? Okay. Yeah, I would... That's kind of something I could totally see in this game. Like, whether it be from diving or from fishing. I think that would be kind of cool, but... Yeah. There was... What was the specific... There was one fish where I was like, oh, that's such a cool fish. Why is that not in this game? But I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Now, admittedly, we are doing better than, like, the original Animal Crossing, which only had, like, 4 fish. Sea bass, red snapper, and I don't remember the other 2, because they only appeared for, like, 2 weeks out of the whole year. The original Animal Crossing was brutal. At least that's how I remember it. There might be more than that. Use stargazer as an ugly fish. Yeah, but I mean, I can say the same of the blobfish. The blobfish is pretty ugly, but I'd still want one in the game. I think the vampire squid is kind of ugly, but I still love me the vampire squid. I'm surprised I haven't caught a vampire squid yet. I said I was going to go get a second one, and I never did. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. 3 softshell turtles in a row. But I cannot find a single snapping turtle. Yeah. Have you ever seen a blobfish that's not... So the blobfish look the way they do from expansive decompression. But if you actually look at a blobfish down at the bottom of the ocean, it looks terrible. It looks kind of like an anglerfish, but like without the thingy, and it doesn't look... It looks bad. Like, it looks terrible. But then you bring it up to the bottom of the ocean, and it explosively decompresses into the blobfish, which is just weird. God, the deep ocean is fucking weird. I mean, it's an area that's abandoned by God. Let's be real here. It's bad. It's bad. But it's still fascinating. Okay, I'm probably just gonna have to give up on this because I'm not finding one. That's not it. I'm not finding one. Icky spooky fish live there. Yeah. Yep. That's one way to put it. You want to come to... Actually, I'm probably going to go listen to KK Slider, and then we're going to end off. Because I'm having no luck with turtles tonight. But maybe some other time, like... I'd totally be down. Probably not tomorrow, because tomorrow is fireworks, but... Monday. I don't know when I'm streaming on Monday, but I'd totally be down for Monday. Yeah, I'm not finding shit tonight. Let's go put the turtle where I had it. Let's go place you here. Where are you? Yeah, we only had a... Oops. Place item. Breaker. My first thought is a fuse box, but I don't know about that. And our turtles are coming along. I guess let's place a soft shell turtle. I don't love it, but let's do it for now. I guess we'll keep one soft shell turtle. One snapper for you and only one. Yeah, God, I had a terrible night. It went terribly. I mean, we got 3 arowanas, and those will sell for good money next time What's-His-Face shows up. Alright, let's go listen to some KK Slider. And call it a night. Let's hear it. I'll leave it up to you. KK Sonata. I think I've heard this. I think I have this one already. Not sure. I don't know. We've got a lot. I've got a lot of them. You too, Core. You too. Yeah, not a bad song. Not a bad song. I do need to check the computer inside the town hall though. Real quick, that's one more thing I need to do before we end off. Just remembered that. Nope, not that one. Mr. and Mrs. Flamingo. Huh. Sure, why not? I can put those somewheres. I know exactly where I can put those. It's not a clever idea, but I just definitely had an idea. My two favorite items. Yeah, I've never seen them together before in the shop. So, that was cool. And I think I might already have one of, I think I have Miss Flamingo. Yeah. I was gonna laugh if that was Catch a Sea Turtle. I have a group of 4. I can think of one place to put them. I don't know how it'll look, but I can definitely think of one place. I can actually think of 2. 3. Yeah, I can think of 3. I'll deal with them in the morning. Or the night, because I'm not buying turnips this week. I had good turnip prices this week, so next week my prices are going to be dog shit. So, I'm not... Nope. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time. Peace.